Hello guys, welcome back. Brag Peeps here, and in today's video I will show you some of these pair GBP USD, AUD USD, Nzdusd USD, EUR USD, but also XAUUSD, how they manage to give us the trades in this week. So stay with me from the beginning of this video to the end of this video, but don't forget to subscribe. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon, like this video, share, in order for us to get many views. Without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Let's start with this GBP USD trade. I took two trades at this point here. The first one was this area here. I took this area here. This was the break of market structure. Some of you will think this is the formation, yeah, but this is the break of market structure. After this break of market structure, we go back to the 1 hour time frame to see what is inside that area, and what we see is that we had this inside formation here, which is not yet consumed, as you can see. But also when you go back to the 15 minutes, you can see that now you have this inside formation here, which is not already consumed. So what I did is that when I measure my stop loss from this point to this point here, I thought that the stop loss is high. So what I did is just go back to the lower time frame again. It was 5 minutes, and in the 5 minutes, as you can see, we had this inside formation here, which is also not taken. So I just use that as my entry point, and if you measure your stop loss from this point to this point, you can see it's only 13 pips. So I just use that as my entry, and the stop loss, it will be at this highest point there. So when we go back to the maybe 1 hour or daily time frame, whatever, you can see how this price reacted. So let me show you how this price reacted. It was very simple trade. What you have to know is that you have to know what structure you have to use first before maybe consider the entire area of liquidity. So in this scenario, we use the structure that we called, we name it as the LCB. This structure, this daily structure, this is the LCB structure. So we know that price will react to this point because it's the one of the most powerful area of liquidity. It is called the RCB. So yes, like that. So let's see how this price reacted. Let's see how this price reacted. See, the price just went down. Okay, sorry. Put here. Let's put our entry. Yeah. What you can see is that the price just went, and then take that trade, and the take profit will be at this point here. You can use the your first take profit can be at this point, or it can be at this point, but also the last take profit it will be at this point. But let me show you one thing. We didn't put our take profit at this point because we had the buy entry at this point. So let me show you how we took that buy entry, because what you see is that after this first entry taken, after we took this first entry, we had this break of market structure at this point here. And after that break of market structure, what you notice is that we had the inside formation inside that area. So after having that inside information inside that area, it means that will be our area of liquidity. So if we took the sell entry at that point, we expect to buy the market at this low here. So we just marked this area as our first priority, as our first area of focus, as our first area of focus. And then we go back to the 15 minutes according to a time frame coordination. If you haven't watched my time frame coordination, my directional buyers video, I will leave the link in the description so that you can watch it and learn about the liquid direction buyers and time frame coordination. So we saw that we had this is our formation, and we don't have any formation down here, so we can use this liquidity. This was the simple compressive liquidity engineering. We can use it as the liquidity engineering. So when you go back maybe to 5 minutes, you can notice that you had this structure here. This was the formation. We had this formation here, but we have the another formation here. So this is where I put my entry. And then let me show you. So if you know this is the buy entry, you won't put your take profit at this point. You put your take profit at that point so that you can buy again. You see, show you how this price went. So when you go back to the 1 hour, you can see after. So we expecting the market to come at this point in order for it to buy, and the stop loss will be only 15 pips. Only 15 pips. Let's add 15 pips. I take a profit at this point here. Our first take a profit. So, and if the market breaks this area here, our second take a profit will be higher. So let's see how the price reacted. The price took the sell entry, but also the price took the buy entry and activate our take profit, as you can see. So that is how this GBP USD bought this week. So it was very, very simple trade. Very, very simple technique was used to execute that trade. Let's move to another trade. Let's move to another trade. Another trade that we took this week, it was the AUD USD trade. And this was the very, very easiest trade I took this week, let's go back to the daily time frame, because I took these entries from the daily time frame and the 1 hour time frame. So the first entry, it was the reaction entry. As I know, this was the LCB. We had this structure. This was the break of market structure, but it's the LCB, area of liquidity. So I know that this market will react to this point first. So I had this mark here. I had this break of market structure there, and what I did, I just go back to the 1 hour time frame to see what I can find inside that point. And what I found is that this was the this was the inside formation from this point to this point. So you can use that as your entry point, because the stop loss is 15 pips, but I took my entry from the 15 minutes time frame, where I found this inside formation here. This was the easiest inside formation ever. Ever. Yeah. So I put my entry at this point, and then I just measure my stop loss. To this point, it was only 14 pips. So just wait for the market to touch at that point in order for me to get my entry. So let's see how the price reacted. So let's put our entry first, and let's put our, maybe let's add a 10 pips. We will know. Let's see. The price went down, then up, like that. But before the price activate our entry, you can see this. We had that sniper entry there. This was the easiest sniper entry ever. and there is where we put our take a profit. The stop loss was 10 pip, our risk reward was 50 pips. So after that, we took a buy entry again, because what we noticed is that the market, before the market came to tape this entry, the market breaks this high here. So this was the break of market structure in the 1 hour time frame, and we have the multiple touches, multiple options. We had this inside formation. So we just have to look for we can consider this as our inside formation, our first priority. So when you go back to the 15 minutes, you can see that this will be our inside formation that we have to consider. Yes. And then when you go back to the 5 minutes time frame, you can see now you have to move, because we have another inside formation which is not yet taken. So you can use this as your inside formation because it's not yet taken. But when you go back the lowest time frame again, on the lowest time frame again, you can see still this is your inside formation which is not yet taken. But let me go back to the 1 hour and I'll show something that I found inside that area. Remember, both of these liquidities, these entries, I took them myself, this week. AUD USD, but the AUD USD sell was left me, but we had to fix it. This was the inside information that is not yet consumed, so we can use that as the entry. Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame to see if we can have that buy entry. So we know that if we took our sell entry at this point, we can have the buy entry at this point here. So let's put our buying entry here, and then our take a profit will be at that point first. Our first take a profit, our first entry will be at our first take a profit will be at that point. But if the market breaks up, so we know that if we took our sell entry here, we will have the buy entry here, and our first take profit will be at that point there. And if the market breaks that point, our take profit will be at the highest point here. But if the market also break this week, we will see where to put our take a profit again, another take a profit. So let's see how the price reacted. You can see the price took the sell and also the price took the buy. You can see the price took the sell, but also the price took the buy. So it was very easy, very easy. But you have to know where to react, where to hold. So as we know, this was the bullish trend. So we know that we can hold this movement up to this, until this gap here filled. The price will come to fill this gap. So you can hold that entry to that point, and you can see the price went up to, but the price didn't. I think there was structure here that make this structure to sell at that point, but it is not an issue because we had this movement. Our take profit was heated. But that was it for AUD USD. Let's go back to the another pair, which was Nzdusd USD, and this Nzdusd USD was a seri entry. It was a seri entry, I remember. It was a seri entry, and it was from the daily. It was from the daily. It was from the daily, if I'm not mistaken. Let me remember. this entry. Oh, let's move to EUR USD. Let's move to EUR USD. Let's move to EUR USD. Let's cut this point here. So this entry, EUR USD entry, I took it from this point here. From this point here, this structure here. So this was the area that I consider to have my bears here. So when you go back to the 1 minute time frame, what you can see is that you have multiple choices. You have the multiple choices, and stuff like that. Sorry, someone called me. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, we have some multiple choices at this point. So we can consider this structure as the area. So when you go back maybe to this was the let's go back to 30 minutes. We don't see anything. Let's go back to 30 minutes maybe. In the 30 minutes we don't see anything. And when you go back maybe to this structure here, this was 30-second time frame, 30-second time frame where I found this inside formation here. So this is where I put my entry. This is where I put my entry. And when you go back to this point, so you expect the market to come at this point in order for it to sell. And what you can see is that the market did the same, just came and then activate that entry. But our first take profit will be at this point here, and the second take profit will be at this low here. But if the market breaks this high, this low, our third take profit will be at that point. But you can see the market didn't break that low, so the market just activate our second take profit at this point here, which was the 97 pips. So that was the first entry I took in the EUR USD. But also we had the confirmation entry, the secondary entry, where we find it from this point here. We see that after the market taking our entry, the market changes the character at this point. After the change of character, the market didn't give us any of the formation. But as you can see, this was the structure, which means this structure went up to this inside this area, inside this change of character. But it means this week it's already consumed all the structure that are found in this structure. But also this kind of a candle, this kind of a candle, I use this as my area of liquidity. So just mark that point and then go back to the 5 minutes. And when you go back to the 5 minutes, you see nothing. You see nothing. I use that candle as the area of liquidity. And when you go back to 3 minutes, you see you can have this. Now you have this inside formation which is already taken, but also you have that liquidity engineering. So you can use this liquidity engineering if you don't want maybe to refine too much. But what we did is that when you go back to 30 seconds, you can see that you have this inside formation here. This is where we took our sell. So some of you may ask me that why I didn't consider this structure here. It's because I know this is my area of liquidity where I have to react first, because there are some candles which are formed or created in the market that which means that are more important. They mean a lot. So you don't have to claim, you have to understand the candlestick anatoms, the way every candle is formed. So when you go back to the 1 minute, sorry, one hour time frame, you can see, so there is where you have to put your entry, and your taking profit will be the same at this point here. So what you can see is that the market just came, tap that entry, and then activate our take a profit, and then move up. That is, yeah, sorry, someone called me. So that is how we execute this EUR USD this week. So let's go back to the Nzdusd and see where I posted this entry. Okay. This was the break of market structure. This was the break of market structure, daily break of market structure. And you also can see we have our LCB area of liquidity. So we just cut this structure here, and then we had this. When you go back to the 1 hour time frame, we also had this LCB type of liquidity. So you can just mark that area, and then there. Then let's go back to the 15 minutes. So if you go back to the 15 minutes, you can see we had this structure here, but also we had this structure here. But I won't go to these structures at this point here, up here, because I know this is the area that I have to consider for me to take my entries. So I just put my entry there. The take a profit, the stop loss was, let's see how the stop loss was. When stop loss was, we just let's put our take entry here. Let us stop loss will be only, let's put 10 pips. It's enough because this is the Nzdusd. So sorry, this point, let me put it here. The take a profit, the first take a profit will be at this point. Let's see if we had another. Okay, maybe here. Okay, sorry, our first take a profit here, as you can see. Also the market activate our take profit at this point here. So I had our take a profit, the market just took that entry and then sells about 96.7 pips. So that was it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me from the beginning of this video to the end. I just want you to subscribe. Please subscribe my channel, like this video, share with friends, and God bless you. Thank you.